Philosophy Club is an open forum for philosophic discussion. We have covered many topics, including the philosophy of mind, what consciousness is, ethics, political philosophy, epistemology, and metaphysics. It is open to all students who are in good standing with the Brockport student government and anyone who is simply interested within the organization. Our goal is to bring us a wider awakening within the humanities and arts and also within the sciences, to get philosophy recognized as a key feature of any sort of liberal arts education.
My name is Pat Develis. I'm the VP of Philosophy Club. A few of my interests lie more so towards political philosophy and moral philosophy, because I think those tend to be the only ones I really value in studying, and because they have the most practical application. But when I'm studying them, I tend to read Nietzsche quite a lot, along with my main moral influence would have to be Ayn Rand. My main interest this year is going to be a political theory I'm working on that's going to tear down utilitarianism as a political field, and political theory, because of its application, just violates too many forms of morality that we hold far too dear for it to ever work on a political scale, while at the same time building an argument for libertarianism.
For philosophy also intersects psychoanalysis, which is the work that I do. Standing here is kind of entering the unconscious of the mind. You have these barriers, walls, obstacles, and somewhere in here is a kernel of truth. So we're now here in the hallway, and if we're looking at psychoanalysis and philosophy, we can imagine almost a dream where we have something like this. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. We are the slaves in Plato's cave, and we're trying to get there. But for as much as we run and run and run, for the neurotic, for the person who has these deep, unconscious desires, we can't ever reach the end. So the psychoanalyst would ask why. For philosophy, though, we bring that in with psychoanalysis and say, what is the representation? What is the metaphysical proposition of psychoanalysis and dreams? How is it that we can experience something without experiencing it, beyond this idea of an empirical evidence world?
My primary interest is looking at spirituality and philosophy and how they kind of coincide, and how you can look at spirituality from a philosophical standpoint. I'm really interested in energy and how it connects us, and what you can create through energy, and kind of how you can manifest things in the world by focusing on them. I'm not really interested in religion. I don't think that looking outside of yourself for the solution to your life or to the world is really the answer. I don't think that there's a person outside of you that can make things for you or change the world.
This is the Brockport Mall at the SUNY College of Brockport. This is the site where hundreds of people pass each day. Thinking of this raises questions of morality. For example, what if you were one of the people in the crowd and another person started having a massive heart attack, and you were trained in CPR and knew how to resuscitate the person? Would you in fact try to resuscitate the person? Or would you try and call an ambulance? Or would you do nothing? These are the differences between killing and letting die. A consequentialist or a moral extremist would argue that there is no difference between killing and letting die. If you were to do nothing and let that person suffer and die, you are just as morally wrong as somebody who had just killed a person.
Sometimes I just look into the mirror and just wonder, what is reality? Is it what I'm standing in here, what we supposedly live every day? Or could that image in the mirror be what's real and we're actually a reflection of that image? Or, how can you define dream and reality in the same thought? What's to say our dream isn't a reality? Do we accept reality based on what it is, or do we accept reality based on what other people make us think it is? Could I think this is reality because I'm part of your dream? Or could you think this is reality because you're part of my dream? In a dream, I've never been able to tell a difference.